Peace with Endo community. How's it going today? So it's been a while since I've hopped on live and said hello, but it's been a little bit of a turbulent start to 2019. If you're with me, then you know what I mean. Having some sickness come through this home and the new book that's coming out, Energetics of Endo, which has taken a lot of my focus and time over the past couple of months, over the past couple of years really. It's all kind of coming to head now. So if you did pre-order a copy, I got them in. I was stalking the window all morning waiting for the UPS guy to come. There's been a lot of emotions through this process of fear and excitement and a little nervousness. So I got out earlier with the dogs and went on a walk, and as we were walking I saw the UPS guy driving by. I was like, there he is, there's the books. But it was good for me to get out and get a little bit of air to kind of ground myself because I've been feeling all over the place. So if you are new to the page, hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Aubrey Daimler. I am an author and a wellness coach who helps women with endometriosis to naturally manage pain, increase energy, and find peace with endo. So I have been writing this new book, Energetics of Endo, over the past couple of years, and it has dug deeper into the healing journey for me from a more spiritual and emotional side of things. And, you know, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know, Peace with Endo was born in 2012, so it's been 7 years now. I've done a lot of things over the years and made the choice to follow more of a holistic way of managing endometriosis. And when I made that decision, I didn't know that it was going to lead me down such a grand path of healing, really. And I've tried a lot of things over the years, starting with diet. You know, I changed a lot of what I was eating, lifestyle changes over the years. I've changed all my products, toxins, and made huge life changes to help with stress. You know, I changed jobs, I moved to a new home. So I made a lot of changes over the years, which did help with the pain that I was having on a daily basis. That chronic, annoying, throbbing pain became few and far between. But I still struggled with my periods. Like, my periods were still excruciatingly painful, and to a point where, you know, I call them traumatic because they would leave me in such a state of, if you haven't experienced it, it's really hard to describe it. But that was frustrating to me, right? After 6 years of trying so many things and making so many big changes to my life and still having this horrible pain with my periods. I've struggled with infertility for the past decade. So that's been a journey in and of itself. So I got exploring into these things deeper through writing. Writing has been my medium of exploration. It's really the way to connect to that higher part of myself, to that soul energy. And I really started to dig deeper to see, you know, what's going on. Are there deeper blocks that are going on? As I started working with other coaches through IIN and my own professional development journey, I started connecting with other healers and people who kind of started to bring attention to deeper things that may be going on. So for me, the exploration started with writing this book that has finally arrived. It started just free flow journaling and trying to get deeper into my subconscious of what's going on, some of these bigger beliefs and things that were under the surface. So the story that followed ended up being super magical, and all of these synchronicities that started happening and people that I've connected with over the past few years that have really changed everything for me, changed my perspective. And finally, after so many years of trying so many different things, I was finally able to release that horrible pain with my periods. It's been 2 years now where it's been mild, which is a total change and something I'm so grateful for. If you have endo and you know that horrible pain that comes and having that finally release, it's such a relief. And honestly, I still have the fear of it coming back every month, but it has stayed away, and even it's not completely gone, but things are way more manageable than they were back when I first started this journey, and back even a few years ago. So all of that has come together into this new book, Energetics of Endo, which I'm so excited to share with you, and just want to let you know that I'm so grateful for the Peace with Endo community and my Endo sisters that are along the way, for being here. I consider a lot of you to be like my second family, and I don't know where, I would have ended up had I not found the connections that I found online through other women that have Endo, that have helped me shape my journey on what I've tried along the way and given me ideas and given me support. So I just want to let you know that I'm grateful for you. And thank you so much if you're watching live or watching the replay. Say hi, let me know where you're watching from. So I've got the light behind me, which seems kind of appropriate with the new book, since a lot of this has been guided by the light. And for me, in order to find that light, I had to really dig deep into the shadows. So if you've ever done any of this deeper soul type work, a lot of it's not pretty, and a lot of that has come through in the book, through the pages, through the emotions. So I find writing to be a great release, a great healing for me. And for me, I needed to heal. I needed to write the book in order to heal. So that's the collection that's come through, and I think the final step for me is now releasing it out into the world for you to read, which is very vulnerable, honestly. This is a very personal, vulnerable book, and I've gone through a lot of stuff, but I'm sure that there are many of you who can relate. So that's why I've kind of opened up and shared in such a vulnerable way, and in hopes that it gives you hope and helps you to dig a little bit deeper into that emotional and spiritual side of endometriosis. All right, so let's open it up and see what it looks like. So these are for those that did pre-order the book. There's lots of packaging. They are safe and protected. All right, here she is. Yay! All right, so the journey is complete. Yay! Here she is. So Energetics of Endo will be dropping tomorrow. These are the pre-ordered copies for those of you who ordered beforehand. Thank you so much for your support. I will be signing these and sending them out. I did order a few extra copies, so if you're interested in getting an autographed copy from me, I'll drop a link to that in the comments. You can go over to peacewithendo.com. And get yours. So yay! It will be available tomorrow on the major sites online on Amazon. So if you did not pre-order your copy, no worries. You can get one that way. There will be an ebook as well. So here she is in her glory. Yay! I'm so glad that you're here and experiencing this moment with me, because this is very exciting. Actually holding this finished product in my hand. So I hope that you pick up a copy tomorrow. I'll let y'all know. And I'm curious to hear your feedback. If you do read it, let me know what you think. So if you did miss it, I have been sharing a lot of the women who have helped me in the book along the way on the podcast, the Peace with Endo podcast. So a couple of weeks ago, Bethan was on, who's an amazing hypnotherapist and life coach. And then I talked to Alicia, which I dropped that episode last night, who does deeper fascia type work, which is really that like mind-body connection that happens. So if you haven't checked that out, check out the podcast, because I'm interviewing a lot of the ladies that have influenced me along the way in the book. So you can check that out at peacewithendo.com, or you can subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher and Google Play. So, I'm sending you all so much love. I'm super excited that this is all coming to head tomorrow. And again, if you got a pre-ordered copy, I will be shipping these out autographed to you. So thank you so much for joining me for this exciting moment, and I'm sending you all so much love. We'll chat soon. Bye for now.